Barnaby, the giant bear who forgot how to bear. Once upon a time, deep in the Whispering Woods, lived the biggest grizzly bear you've ever seen. His name was Barnaby. Barnaby was as tall as a tree and had paws the size of dinner plates. By all accounts, he should have been the terror of the forest. There was just one tiny problem. Barnaby was a total sweetheart. He didn't roar, he hummed jazz tunes. He didn't chase rabbits, he invited them over for chamomile tea. In fact, Barnaby's biggest life goal was to be the forest's official welcoming committee. One sunny afternoon, Barnaby decided to bake a giant blueberry pie to share with his neighbors. He wore a tiny pink polka dot apron that barely covered his left shoulder. As he walked through the forest, balancing the hot pie on one paw, he spotted a family of squirrels. "Good afternoon, little friends," Barnaby boomed. But because he was so massive, his polite greeting sounded like a terrifying, thunderous roar. "Good afternoon, little friends!" The wind from his voice literally blew the squirrels backward into a bush. "Oh dear, I am so sorry," Barnaby gasped. He tried to take a step forward to help them, but he tripped over a stray root. Whoosh! The giant blueberry pie went flying straight into the air. Barnaby scrambled to catch it, slipped on some moss, and did a complete backflip. Splat! The pie landed perfectly, right on top of Barnaby's own head. Blueberry juice and crust began dripping down his nose. The forest went completely silent. The squirrels peeked out from the bush. A tiny bluebird landed on Barnaby's head, took a peck out of the pie crust resting on his ear, and chirped, "Needs more sugar." Barnaby looked at his reflection in a nearby puddle, saw himself wearing a pie as a hat, and started laughing. His laugh was so contagious, sounding like a heavy engine trying to start, that the squirrels started laughing too. Soon, the whole forest was giggling. Barnaby didn't manage to throw a fancy tea party that day, but he did discover something new. He was excellent at making people laugh. From that day on, he was no longer just the kindest bear in the woods. He was the funniest, blueberry-scented comedian in the whole forest. Moral of the story: you don't need to be scary to be great. Sometimes, a little kindness and a pie to the face is all it takes to make friends.